Last time on Canada's greatest know-it-all. 10 know-it-alls arrived from all over the country and immediately dove into the competition.
No, this is 3.
Some bombed, while others took their best shot to win.
Go pop a cap in his ass for that.
And in the end, it was adventurer Bill who was sent home. Now, the 9 remaining know-it-alls race to win, hunt for a killer, and try to survive each other.
Quit arguing with me all the time.
When we're confronted with a seemingly impossible problem, often the answer's right there in front of us, we just can't see it. But a true know-it-all should be able to poke through the problem and simplify. But some of them get lost in the details. They allow their egos to jumble up simple facts, making a workable problem virtually unsolvable. And that can be the worst problem of all. Well, let me tell you, today is a fine day for a ride, and even a better day for racing. All right, bring her in, boys!
Oh, yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
That's a little sketchy.
Now, you guys are not just going to be spectators. In fact, you are going to be racing against all that power in your own vehicles. So here's today's challenge. The know-it-alls are divided into 2 teams and are given 2 identical vehicles that will race at their top speed against one of our faster vehicles. But their goal is not to beat it, but to tie it at the finish line, a quarter of a mile away. After 3 rounds of racing, the team that comes closest to tying our 3 vehicles wins the challenge. Now, we need to establish some new teams. Last week, we divided you based on the results of your entry test. Team Orange had the highest 5 scores, Team Blue the lowest. But from Team Blue, 2 people tied at the top.
Abe and Ben.
So Abe and Ben are going to pick their own teams now. All right, Ben, who's your first pick?
Scott.
Abe.
Owen.
Ben, second pick.
Laura.
Abe.
I'm going to pick Andrew.
Ben, number 3.
Beth.
Abe.
I'm going to pick Carla.
All right, Carla, over there. And by default, Doug, you're the last choice.
It's just like school.
All right, come on, let's go. Let's race. All right, here comes your competition for heat number 1. Ready?
Everyone, I want one.
All right, you want to see your vehicles? Bring them in, boys! Yes! Woo! My speed bike launches in exactly 30 minutes. You only have that much time to figure out how to tie it at the finish line. 30 minutes starts now. Go!
We needed to determine the steady state velocity of our motorbike. So we laid out a 10-meter section of track, which is 33 feet, and measured the time that it took for the motorbike to traverse that distance.
Ready?
So, time equals distance over velocity, but we're not making it that easy. We're only giving them 20 meters of track to test on.
Okay, so we're at 75. We gotta let it roll in.
Okay.
And then we had to do some pretty simple math to calculate a time from the start line to the finish line.
What's 5280 divided by 4?
Scott was definitely the leader of the group. He stepped up right away, started calling the shots.
And like any know-it-all, he isn't fond of backseat drivers.
Okay, this is our acceleration zone. Let me finish. This is our acceleration zone, okay?
What are you doing, man? Calm your ass down. Do you want me to tell you something easier?
Okay, tell me.
Okay. The equation is S2 equals S1 plus V1t plus 1/2 AT squared. So we only need the acceleration, which we'll have calculated, and then we'll have t squared, and then I can just take the root and have the t.
Okay. You're the queen. You're the queen of math.
Complex mathematics is a cinch compared to dealing with a true know-it-all.
Okay, now how are we going to calculate the top speed?
Just get me the acceleration, however you know how.
Can I get a helmet?
Okay, fine. Like, let's just do what Scott wants to do.
I think she buckles under too quickly to louder voices.
All right, know-it-alls, my motorcycle launches in 2 minutes. You better be ready.
Math says it's going to take 40 seconds, right? So that means we need to leave at 29:20.
At 29:30, go.
40 seconds. Scott's off. 30 seconds left. Go! And Abe's off. Remember, it's not who finishes first, but who's closest to tying my motorcycle at the finish line. This is gonna be close.
That little bike had no suspension, so I'm bouncing around.
This is rough stuff, man. 3, 2, 1, and he's off.
Yes, yes.
Team Orange is closer to a tie. They win round number 1. All right, round 1 is over. Now on to round 2. Ready?
Yeah. Yes.
All right, here comes your competition. Bring her in. This one may look familiar.
Okay.
And here comes your vehicles. Bring them in. Yes! So it's a 2,800 horsepower funny car versus riding lawnmowers that are just 24 horsepower. All right, listen. Lightning, thunder is rolling in. I'm only giving you 10 minutes for this one, yes?
Okay.
Remember your goal. Tie your lawnmowers with my funny car at the finish line. Ready? Go!
Okay, I can even drive this one.
Pushing the clutch.
Where's the clutch?
I don't think he had ever ridden one before.
Okay.
Is this really how fast it goes?
The good thing about a riding lawnmower is that you get to speed like right now. So finding its top speed is very, very easy. And we kept the system simple, simple, simple.
But over on Team Orange, finding top speed on this thing isn't proving so simple.
Get it up to speed and just go.
I am up to speed.
No, you're not. There's a throttle. It's a lever. You've got a throttle lever right here. See,
Get the speed right, apply it correctly, and Team Orange should be off to the races.
Turn around here and go back. Stay there. Pull it tight. Laura, math.
We had some very, very accurate data of how fast the tractor was going during testing. So we figured out we needed 4 minutes and 10 seconds to do the 400 meters.
Go, 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 go.
And Team Orange is off!
Woo! Rock and roll!
As you can see, Ben has taken off way ahead of the other team. Andrew's still here debating calculations.
Yeah, I'm leaving at 7:24. 6 seconds for the car. 7:15? All right.
When Ben bolted down the course yelling rock and roll and all that stuff. That start to look weird. Well, did we screw something up here?
The know-it-alls are having a day at the races. Trying to tie some high-velocity vehicles at the finish line. And Team Orange won the first round. And on the second,
Rock and roll!
they're already speeding down the track.
I'm leaving at 7:24.
And Team Blue is off. More than a minute later than Team Orange. Less than 3 minutes left before my drag car launches. And it looks like Ben is already crossing the finish line before my car even leaves. My dragster's staging its burnout right now. He's warming up and it's incredibly loud. And Andrew's finishing now. Was loud. Team Orange was off by more than a minute, but not because of the calculations.
Ben was driving that tractor a hell of a lot faster in the race than he was driving it during testing.
Get it up to speed and just go.
I am up to speed.
No, you're not.
It looks like Ben set the throttle speed slower during testing than he did racing.
There is the possibility that when we were testing, I hadn't had the tractor at full throttle. So, I was a bit of a weak link in that.
The thing that really rubbed me the wrong way was how much he was just kind of being a goof as he's driving the tractor around.
Rock and roll!
He wasn't focused on what we were doing, and because of that, we lost.
After 2 races, Team Blue leads with only a 28-second difference in time, while Team Orange trails with a much longer gap of 1:25. All right, third and final round. Anything can happen.
Yes, can.
Including the weather.
I can hear the thunder, so let's do this.
Okay.
Okay, here comes my vehicle. You ready? All right, let's go.
Just got a bit more interested.
That is a 1917 Model T. And these are 2012 golf carts.
Nice.
Thunder's coming in 10 minutes. That 1917 Model T is gonna bomb it down the track. Team Orange, you are trailing by almost a minute, so you've got to nail this one. All right, ready, set, go.
You two in the cart, one of you drive, one of you time. Do a bunch of circuits on the same distance and figure out the time it takes.
Keep going. Don't slow down.
Yeah, I know.
8.2.
It's taking us 8 seconds to go to the first set of cones.
Okay, so do the math, 8 seconds.
With a substantial lead, Team Blue is confidently going about their business.
It's about 2.2 seconds.
And we're running down to clock things and we're timing this and I'm driving it.
When Owen has a know-it-all moment.
Okay.
All right.
We don't need to do this. Yes, we do. Listen. We are so far ahead. I don't. Listen, let me finish my sentence.
Please. Okay, hurry up though. Yes.
We're so far ahead. All we got to do is leave at the same time as the next team.
Brilliant. I love it. I love it.
Okay.
That is quintessentially Owen. Completely out of left field. Brilliant.
Sorry, I interrupted you. That is brilliant.
But one thing Owen hasn't thought of is that one of his opponents may have thought of the same thing.
If they go at the same time we go, they win. Period. Period.
We just start going. They're not.
If they figure that out, they win.
So you just have to keep doing loops until you get really close to that. Until you get very close to just short of that, and then go. Then.
If I just started practicing and acting like I was going and then not go, it would mess them up a bit. So we're just gonna pretend like we're practicing.
You're gonna keep doing loops around in a circle, but you're gonna leave this point at 1 minute. Go now.
So it appears that this drag racing challenge has been instantly transformed into a game of cat and mouse.
She started driving again, so I've got to go with her.
Okay, Beth's trying to lose Owen, but he's staying close.
Okay, go.
Go. And they're off. My Model T versus golf carts.
Go, Owen!
Owen's right with her.
Just go!
We figured out that since there was such a big gap, that's all we got to do is leave the same time as you.
Yeah, pretty much. We had a feeling that you were going to do that.
All right, results. There's just under a minute difference between the two teams. Blue, you win the challenge. So you know what that means. From Team Orange, one of you is going to have to go into the know-it-all elimination zone. Go away, think about it, and we'll see you at the next challenge. Off you go. All right, well, welcome. I know that the last challenge was ear-splitting, but I promise you, your next challenge is going to be dead quiet. This one's done one team at a time, so that's why it's just you guys here for now. Inside this quaint little cottage behind me, something may have gone horribly wrong, and it's your job to discover what happened. In and around a small cottage, a detailed, violent crime scene has been created. The know-it-alls must investigate the crime scene as a team, and within the 90-minute time limit, present their case of what happened to a team of forensics experts. The know-it-all team judged to be the best CSI investigators wins the challenge. All right, just a reminder, this is a team challenge. You're working against the blue team. Are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's go.
What we have here is a missing persons case. This is a residence. It's currently occupied by Dr. Alicia Fernandez of the Anthropology Department. She is a white female, aged 35 years, 5 foot 6 inches, 130 pounds. Dr. Fernandez was last seen 3 weeks ago on the day that she was supposed to be leaving for a 2.5-week research trip to Chile. Colleagues said she never showed up. It's your job to investigate the scene.
I'm sure you guys are going to have tons of questions. Dr. Rogers is going to be in there with me. If you have further questions, you can ask her in the crime scene. Your 90 minutes starts now.
Let's go to the table, guys, and get organized. Don't mess up anything. Watch where you're stepping. Be very observant. Don't destroy any evidence. Once again, now I'm driving the bus, but I'm comfortable driving a bus.
He kind of took on the leadership role naturally, just because I think that Scott is more of a leader type.
Okay, well, she wasn't in the middle of cooking a meal. The garbage is empty. The fridge has nothing in it. There's no dirty dishes.
There seems to be no sign of forced entry. She was packed.
She was packing.
She was packing because she never made it there. Scott, what are you thinking?
I'm looking. I'm not
Okay.
thinking anything.
Well, in the background, you haven't formed any hypotheses yet.
There's nothing to form yet. Nothing's broken. Things aren't strewn about. So nothing violent happened.
At first, the room reveals nothing. But when you shift perspective, things sometimes reveal themselves.
Okay, guys, blood on the ceiling right here.
They noticed the blood on the ceiling, which was great.
It went out this way and straight up.
They explained directionality of the blood, where she had to be. It was right on that.
We've got splatter here.
With clear evidence of a violent crime,
Bring all the kits in, Douglas.
I'll do that.
the investigation instantly kicks into full gear.
They're working fairly well as a team. They're all focused on one area and they're delegating tasks.
Who wants to record evidence here?
I can. You do it, I write.
And there seems to be a strong flow of information. They're building on their ideas and they're constantly recapping what they've done.
We've got blood on the couch.
This woman is about my height. This woman is about 5'6". She was on the computer. You have to try to understand where the victim is coming from. I was trying to recreate what must have been going through the victim's mind.
Laura has noticed that one of the students of Dr. Fernandez has received a failing grade.
Michael Schaefer.
Doctor, could we pull a report on a Michael Schaefer? His grades seem to be poor.
Student was heard to say unkind things, possibly threats against instructor.
They now have a potential suspect with a motive.
Please write down just in point form what we know.
So they're starting to talk as a team and formulate what they think may and may not have happened.
We've got a student's name with a poor mark and the doctors confirmed that he was making threats towards her.
Obviously, she had to know the guy because there's no sign of forced entry. So she let the person in.
I went down to the basement. I saw a shovel. That's fine. A shovel's in the basement. But not all shovels in the basement in a house that should have been abandoned 3 weeks ago have wet dirt on it.
Does the shovel have her blood on it?
Yes.
Suddenly, things became very apparent at who did it, why.
We need to find a murder weapon or an assault weapon, and it'd be really nice to find a body. I'm gonna take a quick look around. So I went for a little stroll around the yard. Ben had already found the shovel, so I went looking for a hole.
Scott, what have you found? What's going on?
That's her body.
Her body's buried right here because there's
bodies
poking. Body.
There's some teeth.
Is it a man or a woman?
It's a woman.
5'6", blonde hair, brown eyes.
Consistent with everything that you're looking for.
We still don't have a murder weapon. I was screaming my head off, trying to say we need the murder weapon. Because I knew if we had the murder weapon, this would have been hit right out of the park. And the cause of death?
Blunt force trauma.
To the head?
Yes.
Scott is very good. I think if he had to do interrogations and be the bad cop, that guy would rock.
What was the shape of the blunt object?
Circular.
He started just asking.
Circular like a cylinder, like a pipe, or circular like the head of a hammer?
And he hit hammer.
Circular like the head of a hammer.
We need to find a hammer, guys. We need a hammer.
We need a hammer.
That would seal this thing up super tight. Cranked her in the head right there. He would have went and gone and cleaned up. He didn't kill her with a toilet brush. Men's cologne. Murder weapon.
He went into the bathroom, so he was right there. And he just didn't pay any attention to the toilet or see anything unusual in it. Toilet seat was up, debris on the toilet seat.
We're slowly running out of time. Let's all go. I'm not sure. I believe.
Well, you tell me what time it is before you tell me we're running out of time.
We have communication issues. We clash.
Take a deep breath. I'm asking you a question.
I'm telling you the answer and you're not listening to me, Doug.
I wasn't asking you the question.
It's fine.
Go start working on the presentation, Doug. That's your baby.
He already has it.
Go do it.
He has it, dude.
Ben, quit arguing with me all the time, dude.
Scary. Okay. It was really, really scary to be around that.
I got tired of everything being an argument. Like, that's a complete waste of time. I don't know, maybe Ben was trying to show me up. He's so going to elimination.
Team Orange has scoured the scene of a grisly murder.
Okay, guys, blood on the ceiling right here.
And think they've solved it.
Hey, guys!
But the clock is ticking, and they have under 4 minutes to clearly present their case, and Doug is front and center. Okay, Team Orange, presentation. What did you find out?
We started out with a missing person report for a woman named Alicia Fernandez.
Right faster. I wanted to give Douglas in this challenge enough rope to see if he should swing from it and be a hero or hang himself with it. I wanted to know for sure if he deserved to be here.
And she was reported missing by a colleague in Chile when she didn't show up. She was supposed to come back, also did not attend a faculty meeting
Okay, get
yesterday.
to what we know, please, Douglas.
Okay.
He wasn't organized. He wasn't concise. He pooped his pants.
I had thoughts organized in my head. I was about to lay them out. I was just laying out the preliminaries. Now,
faster, Douglas.
Okay, shut up. I had this dull red fog over my eyes. It just threw me off there, you know. And I couldn't see anything. I was just so infuriated.
3.5 minutes left.
Fine.
Faster, Douglas.
Yes. Hurry up. Shut the up. Lost my place.
And I knew that we would not be able to get through the entire presentation if he continued like that. So that's what Scott saw too, and Scott stepped in.
We found a shovel in the basement that has her blood on it, mud on it, and fingerprints. We haven't confirmed whose fingerprints because they're not her boyfriend's, they're not her husband's, but Michael Schaefer won't give fingerprint samples.
Okay.
We know that she was hit by a blunt object, roughly the size of a hammer. We were unable to locate a murder weapon.
Inappropriate, yes. Wrong, no. No, it is not cool. But under these circumstances, I think it might have been because we wouldn't have gotten the information that we needed to the authorities in the right period of time.
The only link we have right now to our suspect, Michael Schaefer, is the fingerprints on the shovel, the fact that her blood's on it, the mud's on it, and her body is in a hole over there. Anything else you'd like to add, Douglas?
No, I think you've just covered it. Thank you.
Perfect. How much time do we have?
38 seconds.
Perfect, thank you.
If you decide that you want to arrogate power to yourself, then don't throw your people under the bus. He was a dick.
I was hoping I didn't come across like too much of an ass, but I wanted to get a job done. And we got it done.
Guys have said a lot. Sounds like you came to some sort of a solution. The question is it the right one? Crime scene's been reset, and now Team Blue is off to solve this deadly puzzle and solve the crime.
We want to check the coffee and the garbage and find out how old that is.
We had a plan going in, and it was a simple plan. Let's take 5 minutes. We'll all walk around.
It did not happen at all. We all got excited and scattered.
Guys, there's some gloves.
We started off organized, and shortly after that, we basically fell apart.
That is really interesting. Okay, specimen.
They're currently running around a bit like chickens with their head cut off. Try this, try that, try this, try that.
There's a little short circuit there when Andrew gets overwhelmed. There's a feverishness about him, and it's in his eye.
But we're gonna put that bug in there and send that to the lab.
For what?
Have you ever seen Silence of the Lambs?
Oh my God. You're way out there. It flew onto Abe's back. I watched it happen and I took it off. He's like the guy with the TV remote. He doesn't care what's on, he just cares what else is on.
There's a mat underneath the car.
They found the mat, and then they didn't do anything further with it.
I'm gonna take a picture.
Yes, you photograph it, you document it, but you do recover it. Finding the blood on it, that would almost immediately direct it to the fact that a crime had taken place.
All right, Abe, can you hold this? I want to take a picture of the door.
Wait,
hold it in front of the
wait, we're doing a walkthrough. We haven't done the walkthrough yet, guys.
Yeah. It looks like there could be some stain here.
Just wait.
All right.
Please. Stop. Focus.
Oh, she's packed. Whoa.
See? Packing. That's what I'm saying. Let's
in the
go.
middle of packing.
She's not done packing here, so we can sort of deduce within a day or two beforehand when this happened. There's 2 knives missing. There's a missing chair. Picture hanging kit. That's interesting.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Towel. Where's the rest of the towels? Toilet cleaner.
3 of them were in the bathroom. And they missed 3 key pieces of evidence. The actual murder weapon, the hammer. There was a fingerprint on the toilet tank, and the shower curtain wasn't even there.
With time ticking, Team Blue has yet to find any real evidence of a crime at all. Meantime, Carla is busy dusting the great outdoors for fingerprints.
I volunteered to do the fingerprinting because it was one of those things that required a careful eye.
Carla is an expert in collecting and evaluating microscopic data as a PhD research biologist. It's her sweet spot.
What drew me to science was the creativity involved. There's a framework for gathering evidence and assessing evidence and making a decision of something. So is that all from the same patient?
No, these are all from different patients.
Okay. It's all about telling an amazing story and figuring it out.
But her decision to remain outside is not sitting well with one of her teammates.
What are you doing? We need you in here. There's a ton of great stuff going on.
Okay. There's a bunch of stuff there that we can send away for DNA.
Let's find evidence of a crime first.
I was feeling like a little bit like telling Owen just to shut up, Papa Bear. Like, just give us a second, right? Because it's been a little bossy.
Owen kept reminding everybody that there's no evidence of a crime yet. Okay, so he kept trying to rein them in.
Spray right there. Give that a hit. Point, lights up blood. Perfect. There used to be a carpet there. And I noticed even before I got to the couch that there should be a throw rug here.
That's it.
It was sort of stuffed under the car, rolled it out, and there's a great big fat blood stain on it. Junior!
Yeah.
So now we have evidence, yes, there's been a crime. Hey, what you doing?
Looking at this splatter here.
Did anybody notice that the laptop is still on?
Carla did the fingerprinting and then actually accidentally opened up the computer and found the evidence. So these are grades. Oh, is there any?
And one student's very poor score makes him an instant suspect.
Michael Schaefer.
Okay, let's have a look downstairs. When I went downstairs, the first thing I see is the shovels.
The dirt is fresh. That's very unusual.
You can see it fluoresces.
Wow.
But obviously, this investigation is in full steam now.
A major leap forward, but the murder weapon and the body still elude Team Blue.
Looking for fresh holes, signs of digging.
The body's 20 feet that way. No, wait, that's exactly where he's heading. This could be it. Team Blue is running out of time for their crime scene investigation. But Andrew is just steps away from a major discovery.
Looking for fresh holes, signs of digging.
The body's 20 feet that way. He's so close and doesn't even know it.
He completely missed the disturbed grave with the evidence. He walked right by it.
Wait a minute. He walked past the grave with the fingers sticking out.
He walked right by it.
Okay, guys, what have you got?
Okay, in the house, first thing we had to do was establish that this is a crime scene, and we did. In the living room, the couch showed for blood. There are stains on the carpet, visually consistent with blood loss. We had the shovel sampled, and we found fingerprints and the doctor's blood. Turns out he was really upset. There were threats. He gets shortlisted as a suspect. Our work here is done.
But the evidence that Team Blue missed was the most important and incriminating of all. The murder weapon and the actual body of the victim. The investigation is over. The evidence has been presented. Do you think you guys have solved this crime?
Yes.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Most likely.
Enough said. Get out of here.
We weren't supposed to, I don't think, find like a corpse.
You can never be sure.
Maybe, but I think we did really well.
I guess we're gonna see. All right, you guys think you solved the crime, but these two people are the experts. Tracy.
All right, well, the blue team, Owen seemed to be taking on a leadership role.
We're gonna have to go quicker, guys.
He had some really good ideas about big picture.
That's still not a crime.
Problem was on the follow through. It was like he was trying to take the leadership role, but the team wasn't rallying around.
They weren't listening.
Yeah, or he wasn't leading enough.
It looks like there could be some stain here.
Just wait.
All right.
That was my fault, because I chose to step back instead of stepping up. And it really hurt us in the challenge.
Scott stood out on this team, I have to say.
He was a real all-star knowledge, and also he did a really good job of bringing the team together to get everybody on point.
We've got a student's name with a poor mark, and the doctors confirmed that he was making threats towards her. I felt I was doing things right.
Scott had quite a bit to offer for the group, but as the group as a whole, with or without Scott, I think we still could have solved the problem.
Okay, Team Orange found one key piece of evidence that Team Blue completely missed. One tiny little thing, like a body.
Nice.
Scott, well done.
Nice.
How did you come across the body?
I found a hole. It's right back over there behind the blue tarp.
Right. Let's talk about the murder weapon, shall we? Tracy, where was that hammer, please?
In the toilet tank.
In the toilet tank. Okay, moment of truth. In your opinions, who wins this challenge and why? Team Orange or Team Blue?
Team Orange.
Why?
First and foremost was the fact that they were systematic, they worked well as a team, they communicated effectively, and as a result, they found almost all the necessary evidence.
All right, so there it is. Team Orange, you guys, congratulations, win this. Team Blue, you know what this means. You're gonna have to send one of your people up against one of the orange people in the elimination zone. Yes? All right. All right, know-it-alls, welcome back to the hangar. I think you guys all know why we're here. One of you will be going home today. Because both teams had one loss, you're both going to have to choose one of your team members to go into the elimination zone. I'm going to give both teams 5 minutes to choose who that person is. Starting now. Go.
I would like to see Scott go up for elimination just because he clashes so much with other people.
We should go for Scott. Some other people in the team agree. I don't trust him.
I think everyone knows where I stand.
Yeah, I think so.
I would love nothing more than to send Douglas packing. His level of contribution has been low.
Making this decision is tremendously difficult.
We all loved each other, and now we've lost. I don't like it at all. I'm not very good at eliminating people.
It's the best solution at the point we have.
Teams, have you decided who your know-it-all elimination zone competitors are going to be?
Yes.
Yes.
Team Orange, who's it going to be?
Well, I decided that the only way I could honorably redeem myself was to put myself through a trial by fire. Yes, my meltdown was not necessarily induced by myself. On the other hand, it was my meltdown. If I win, I intend to be a force to be reckoned with. And if I lose, at least I will be rid of just one more arrogant, vain, obnoxious, overbearing jerk.
All right. Well, good luck.
Thank you.
Team Blue, who's your person?
I am.
Abe. How did you come to that conclusion?
Simple. We came to a quick agreement because of my performance in the crime scene. It wouldn't be right for me to be asking my other team members to go to the hot seat.
All three of you guys agree with that? Yeah? All right. Doug, Abe, both of you are fighting for your life in this competition to become Canada's greatest know-it-all. But one of you is going to go home after this challenge. All right, Doug, Abe, both of you are fighting for your life in this competition to become Canada's greatest know-it-all. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, let's do this. Come on.
Doug is a know-it-all because he is intensely curious. On the scale of intelligence, he's a genius.
Doug will eat them alive. If there's a challenge there, he will do it.
I can do with this little thing way more than a computer the size of the Empire State Building.
Why did I want to be the greatest know-it-all? I have enough knowledge and drive and adventurous spirit
Everybody goes to Abe for advice. He's honest, he's hardworking, and I think he inspires confidence.
He's a bit of a Renaissance man, so he handles himself well in any situation. He's willing to go out and learn anything.
All right, here we go. This elimination challenge is called AKA, or also known as. Here's how it works. The competitors are challenged to match a name or word from our giant hanging board to its corresponding AKA disc on the floor. There's only one correct disc for each of the 20 names or words, but there are 80 incorrect discs as well. Each correct answer is worth 1 point. The first know-it-all to 5 points wins. All right, Doug, you have a choice. You got 30 seconds to decide which AKA you'd like to give to Abe.
Gerald R. Ford.
Abe, 1 minute, right now, go. You've got 10 seconds left. 9, 8. Declan McManus. Abe, I'm sorry to say that you're wrong. All right, Doug, you've got 1 minute to find Gerald R. Ford. Walking directly to a disc. Pretty confident with that?
Yes, very confident.
Leslie Lynch King Jr.
And that's my final answer.
You are correct. 1-0 to Doug. All right. Okay, Doug, what do you fancy?
A Harry Houdini.
Harry Houdini. Ever heard of Harry Houdini, Abe?
Yes.
Excellent. Find him right now. Eric Weiss. You good with that answer?
Yes.
And your answer is correct.
Hey.
Eric Weiss, 1-1. We definitely have a race now. Abe.
Qammaniq.
Doug, you have 1 minute. Go. Qammaniq, AKA mosquito.
I think mosquito is a Culex anopheles.
You're absolutely correct. 2-1, Doug. You need to challenge Abe.
Albert Brooks.
Albert Brooks. Abe, go find Albert Brooks now. Okay, what's your answer?
Albert Einstein.
Albert Einstein?
He's absolutely right.
How do you know that?
He's Super Dave's brother, and they both have the last name Einstein.
You are absolutely correct. 2 to Abe, 2 to Doug. Abe, you are now asking Doug.
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise is actually born Thomas Cruise Mapother IV.
Mapother IV.
Yes.
Well, guess what? You are absolutely correct. Congratulations. All right, this is a horse race now. Let's go. Doug's choice.
Brimstone.
Abe. Magnesium carbonate. You are wrong. Doug.
Sulfur.
It is sulfur. You are correct. And Doug goes ahead. Okay, pick one right now.
Carambola.
Carambola is a what?
Star fruit.
You are correct. All right. Abe is catching up. 4-3. Congratulations. Nice job, Abe.
The Indian bison.
Okay, Doug. You have 1 minute to find Indian bison and send Abe home if you're correct.
I'm reaching to the dim recesses of my memory.
All right, Doug, what's your answer?
Gar.
All right, if you're correct, you get to stay and Abe goes home. You are correct! Doug wins. 5-3.
Congratulations.
Abe, you know a lot, there's no doubt about it, but you are not Canada's greatest know-it-all.
Nice to have met you guys. I came into this knowing I was gonna take my best shot to see how far I can go.
Being a true know-it-all means being able to adapt to different situations and environments.
It was a change of my regular life back home.
But sometimes, when the smartest people are too far removed from their experience,
I was hoping to go on and try various challenges.
Even they can't recover.
But that is not to be.
I'm really going to miss Abe. I wish he wasn't here. I don't think there's a mean bone in his body, and that makes him really special in the world.
Next time on Canada's Greatest Know-It-All, the 8 remaining competitors continue to climb over each other to get to the top. And as Scott continues his dominant ways,
I had an idea and I knew how to do it. That's my vote.
Ben's desire to grab the leadership role
I can build anything. Just leave it at that.
could go up in smoke.
Son of a bitch.